Okay, I'm in Calamba, Palo Alto, Philippines. Over there's a hardware store, fruit and vegetable stands right through here. Right here we have meat and fish. Some of them are still setting up. But this is a wet market. I just moved here to this province, which is what they call it here in the Philippines. It's a province. In the US, we just call it a small town or a hick town, you know. Right there, that's where I buy dog food for my little dog Pearl. Main Street goes, well, I call it Main Street. It's the main street that runs through the middle of Palo Alto here. Runs a little bit further up that way, but I'm not going to go that far up.
What's it mean?
I'm going to stick through right here. Here's Place Fried Chicken. Fresh meat straight off the farms that are near here. Fish. Right there is one of the 3 7-Elevens in the area. So just like the United States, 7-Eleven everywhere you look. Angel's Burgers. Minute Burger right there. The main street here is very narrow, so you'll see a lot more motorbikes and e-bikes than you will cars. Yeah, I've been living in the city. I was in San Pedro and then Benyon, and now I'm in Calamba, Palo Alto. And this is, like I said, this is a province. This is a small town. Although it's bigger than my hometown back in Tennessee, Jonesboro, Tennessee. Rotisserie chicken. Bunch of little shops, family-owned restaurants, bakery. Shops where you can buy shoes, buckets, plungers. What they call swing bags, socks, dishes, kind of like a Dollar General or Dollar Tree back in the United States. Here, printing shop. You also played a lotto here. Tropa Food House, another place to eat. Place to buy phone accessories right there on the corner. More fried chicken. I'll tell you, they eat a lot of chicken and rice here. A lot. There's another little place to eat food. At a lot of these places you get unlimited white rice. Here, the Holy Redeemer School. This is a private school. They're building a place right there. Everything here is made out of bricks and concrete. You know, I see all these other videos all the time. Angeles City, Cebu, Manila, Tondo. Nobody really goes out into the provinces. pineapple, fruits. More little fruit and vegetable stands. A lot of them ain't open yet. Eventually, I will go into the subdivisions like this here and do videos, but for right now, I'm just doing the main street here. Right there, you buy rice, pharmacy, a salon, more places to buy, you know, toys and stuff, you know, little gifts and stuff. Right here, Mango Royale milkshakes. Really good. There's a lot of places here that do printing and Xeroxes. Here they got ice cream cones, sundaes, fruit soda floats, classic floats, fruit tea. 20 pesos for a Belgian cone. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. The pot, the John House, that's pork belly. Right there's a place to buy eggs and some other stuff. More fruits and vegetables. A lot of that around here. Another little bakery. Has a few fruits and vegetables. There's a lot of farms down at the other end of town, and that's where the the fruits and vegetables come from, and the meat, some eggs. Now, when I was in the city, the eggs were kind of small. You know, they're you know, especially compared to the eggs in the U.S. We come here and they're big eggs. See, and this is the Oak Hill subdivision. Again, later on I'll be doing videos in there, showing how the people live in the provinces. This is like in town. Real province living is when you get out of town to where the farms are. There's a hair salon for women. More fruits and vegetables right there. Right here, hard hats, more of the swing bags, brooms, dustpans, pens and pencils, school supplies. Other place that sells beverages, milk tea, fruit tea, coffee. Here's like a small farmer's grocery store. Right over there, see the propane tanks or gas tanks. That's what they use for cooking with their little gas range. It's like a 2-burner, kind of like what you would, you know, take for a camping trip. Some have, you know, 4 burners, but majority of them is 1 and 2 burners. Right there, fresh meat. You can see sitting on the table, it's got those fans spinning to keep the flies, chase the flies away. There's a fish tank there, you can buy fresh fish. Some more stores with toys and little small household items that you need. This is Saturday. Got a lot of traffic, but you know, they also in that Sorry store, they also sell snacks and stuff, you know, toys for kids. There's another hair and nail salon for women. Right here is the public school, which is where my stepdaughter goes to. She's in grade 4. School supplies and backpacks right there. They have a repair shop for washing machines. They have cell phone repair and accessories. They'll replace your battery. Like mine has to be, the battery in my phone has to be replaced by a professional. And that's what they do right there. But you can also buy used appliances from them there. And they have places that sell used clothing. And new, like right there, they have a lot of new. There's a place to go have tea. And more fries and juice. Like I said, a few of these places aren't open yet because it's still early. It's not even noon here yet, but because they stay open late at night because it's a lot cooler at night. See right there, used clothing. And a lot of this is done. This is the front of their house. They set the business up out front and then they live back behind there. There's another place you buy rice, oil. Back there's a house. You see them sitting outside enjoying lunch because it's cooler outside than it is inside the house. And a lot of Gcash here. More print, scan, pet food, used clothing, more places to eat. A lot of family-owned restaurants here. They have plantains, bananas, pineapples, coconuts. Cabbage, which is one of my favorite greens. I like eating cabbage raw. They have iced tea, lemonade. And right there, First Park Homes. That's the neighborhood that I live in, or subdivision that I live in. See, in Pacific Hill, or Palm Hill subdivision, back down there. Eventually I will go down through there looking around. Another bakery. Pharmacy with dental, optical, and medical, plus an animal bite center. If you get bit by a dog, or a cat, you have to come get shot get your rabies shots. Pawn shop. Dolly, which is kind of like a 7-Eleven, little convenience store. They're all over the place. Fruit stand. And of course, security to protect the pawn shop from being robbed. Another little eatery. Fruit stand, watermelon. they repair the motorbikes. Another place to eat. Live chickens for sale. Salazar Pharmacy. Here you buy paint. Another men and women's salon. Golden Care Pharma. Little basketball court. Where the local kids come to play. The Barangay Palo Alto, Calamba Patrol Security. Barber shop. A Pure Mart, which again is like kind of like a 7-Eleven, just a different company. Here the outpost. It's like the local security. Another little subdivision. Eventually I'll get around to exploring all of them. Bed and sofa store. We buy mattresses. Although most people here sleep on the floor. Chicken feet, fish, fruits and vegetables, all that comes from the farms that are further up this way. Here, down a little side street, another little market. Eggs and other sweets, fruits and vegetables, some meats. Like I said, you can see some of these aren't open yet. And you can still see the townhouses over there. That's still part of the area, part of where I live, First Park Homes. Another little printing shop is not open yet. Maternity clinic. But yeah, this place, this is definitely out in the provinces. And here's tires for the motorbikes, the tricycles. And right here, this is my brother-in-law's shop. Sells pork belly. Say hi, Edward.
Hello.
She's at home. I'm out doing a video for YouTube, so. Yeah, see, he sells this pork belly. Got a little shop set up here. Alright, I'm gonna keep walking. Yeah, I'm married a Filipina. That's my brother-in-law. Here's another one of those little stores that sells a little bit of everything. rice, t-shirt printing. Papa Burger, it's not open yet. See, and there's the other entrance to First Park Homes. It's not open yet because not a lot of people are living at bought over here. It's quite the big neighborhood. Evelyn's Eatery. The other night, me and the wife went to a place called Fat Mama. It had a Korean style all-you-can-eat barbecue. Here's another dolly down here at this end of town. So you get down into the center part of town, a lot more business at these stores. Gcash is an online thing. You can add cash to the account or take cash off. A lot of these little stores do that. Household supplies, fruits and vegetables, electronics. See, and here's Fat Mama. This is where we ate the other night. Another little subdivision. Those water tanks, that's where we get our water from. It comes out of a well. You can't drink the tap water, you have to buy purified water. And for 5 gallons, it's like, 50 cents US. Another animal clinic, place to buy pet food. Right back in there, a farm. John's Meat Shop, he hasn't opened yet. But yeah, the main street here is bigger than the main street where I grew up in Jonesboro, Tennessee. Population's probably a lot bigger too. Hardware stores, houses. Another space for rent. Another place to buy gas. You get their card and you call them the order. See, there's the water delivery. You get their card, you call, and they bring you a new tank of gas and take yours to refill it. They just swap them out. Or if you're in a hurry, you can drive over here and drive to one of them and just swap it out. See, cell phone repairs. They replaced the LCD screen. And then this goes out into the country. There's some hardware stores down there. Getting on the outskirts of town now. See, and that's not a real Jeep, but after World War II, a lot of Jeeps were left here, and the people here were really into. They make them out of stainless steel. They also have the really long ones that are like a bus. They call them Jeepneys. But this is just like a mini Jeep, you know, for personal use. The only problem is that stainless steel gets really, really hot. Yeah, this is just the main street. Eventually I'll show you the subdivisions. The house back there, motorbikes. House right here. Nice house back there, big house. Yeah, well, now we're just getting into houses, not a lot of stores. And as you go farther out, you get out to the farms. And I'll tell you, the first time we drove further out here, I was in tears because it reminded me of when you got outside of when I was a kid, and you got outside of Jonesboro, Tennessee, and you got out to the farmland. Corn and tobacco and hay, you know. Another pharmacy, another little store. Yeah, this is basically the main part of Palo Alto. Let me come over here. See, and this is somebody's house, and then they got a big field back there. Yeah, I bought a 2-bedroom townhouse over there in First Park Homes. 2.3 million Philippine pesos, which comes to about 39,000 US dollars. See, in Bagger Burger. Another little sorry store. And then houses. Now, unlike in the city, you know, like San Pedro, Binion, the houses here, they're not connected. You know, it's not one house and then on the other side of the wall is another house. These houses are independent, have their own what they call gardens. We call yards, you know. There's garbage pickup. There's a place that's being rebuilt. They're adding a second floor onto it. There's another water tank, well water that pumps throughout the area. Another little sorry store. S-A-R-I. Honda CRV. See, I want one of these. It's like a motorcycle, but it's got the seating in the back where you can put 3 people. I see these things, and the first thing I think of is that 70s show with them climbing up on the water tower and painting stuff. Out to a little farm. Another little store. These stores are everywhere. Okay. I'm going to show this one last house here, and then I'm going to stop the video and turn around and start walking back. Yeah, this is out in the provinces. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want to see more when I go into the subdivisions and further out into the farm areas. Thank you. Bye.